Hi friends, it's Lexi. This is my first vlog. Välkommen. Beaver vlog. I'm super excited. I've been wanting to do this for a while now because I think it's such a beautiful outlet for expression. I think you could definitely catch a lot more of my energy and vibe this way. Definitely going to continue writing and posting that on my Instagram, little photos. I do think pictures can kind of disgrace the movement and the sound in a moment. So I don't know, I prefer this and I'm gonna do this. I'm excited. So what I'm looking to do with this is I've been learning a lot in the last couple of years. I feel like my rate of growth has been exponential and I've been learning some things that I think if other people could just hear, it would hopefully elevate them pretty rapidly and ultimately improve the lives of the people around me and improve the way that we interact and connect with each other as a human family and just kind of bring us closer to universal oneness. So those are the intentions. I'm just sharing my truths and you can either adopt them and use them to your advantage or, tell me to fuck off, whatever. I'm going to do this though. So today the conversation I want to have is about bettering social intelligence. I guess the title of this talk I want to be how to cultivate better conversations and connections. So some ways that I've learned to do this is I used to actually hate going out to the bars. Like I would just despise like parties and any sort of like social interaction that just involved people getting super like obliterated and sloshed out of their minds because I felt that there was just this very shallow hookup culture that I was stepping into every time, and it made me really uncomfortable, and I just didn't want to be a part of it. I would just stay kind of secluded in my room. I would rather make art in here or read, write, expand my mind, be introspective, grow, which is so important. Like we definitely need to do that, and I still do that, but I also have this balance now of being able to go out and interact socially and actually have an amazing time and grow doing that as well. And the ways that I've done that is like I had this epiphany a couple years ago, like why do I need to be a slave to my environment? Why do I have to just kind of adopt the conversations that everyone else is having in these environments? Like why don't I just start taking charge and making my own, and asking and demanding to have experiences that felt meaningful and real to me. So I went out back into the world and I started just asking people pretty deep questions off the bat, questions that were going to spark like an electric conversation. Even if my conversations initially started out a bit mundane, as they often do when you're interacting with strangers for the first time, like, oh hey, like, so what do you do for work? How can we make that question a little more spicy? We'll ask them like, are you passionate about what you do? If yes, then why? Why are they so passionate? What are some other things they're passionate about? If not, no, they're not passionate, then what are some things maybe that they could do that they're passionate about that would also yield a financial reward in return? Asking people like what are their greatest fears, what are their biggest insecurities, what are some things they're working on, learning, places they've traveled. Like these are all amazing questions that can spark a conversation that the person's going to be answering your question with light in their eyes, and there's going to be this like genuine authenticity behind it, and that's the kind of shit that lights me up. That's the kind of human connection that I crave. So I cultivated it for myself, and you can too. Another thing about conversations that I think is so important and I really want to touch on is being a better listener. This is kind of more of like a note to self because I'm definitely still working on this, but I'm very aware that in conversations we have a tendency to, when someone's talking, like want to jump down their throat and like say our piece. And I understand because for me, like I just get really fucking excited. I have so many things going on in my mind all the time. My mind runs a million miles an hour. And because of all the work I do when I'm alone, like I have so much to share when I'm out and about talking to people. And I want to like expand their ideas if possible, but at the same time, like it's not cool feeling like someone's trying to like bulldoze over you and like say their piece and like, I don't know, jump into conversation and start talking about themselves when you're trying to share something. I definitely feel that when I'm talking and I can feel the person that I'm talking to just waiting for me to stop so they can be like, well, me this, and like make it about themselves. And it's a shitty feeling. It sucks. Like, you don't feel listened to. I get super sidetracked. I kind of lose track of what I'm saying, and I don't know. I don't want to make other people feel that way because it's like super neurotic when someone makes me feel that way, and that sucks. So don't do that to people, you know? It's like, it's better to have a pause and a halt in the conversation because like you weren't just like waiting for the next thing to say than the conversation being diluted by that like over eagerness to run someone over. One of the ways that I've been able to work on that is in the conversation, instead of thinking like, well, what can I say about this? Like, how does this relate to me? Like, how can I ask them more about this? Like, what are questions I can use to navigate the conversation so that they're able to more deeply explore the dimensions of their mind and that topic of conversation that they're sharing in maybe ways that they never have before. And that's super rad because that person then, they feel heard, they feel listened to. You're offering up more space for them to share themselves. And like, that's honestly, people don't get enough room to express themselves genuinely, and that's why we all run around so fucking insecure when we're out and just like worried about how we're looking and acting and what people are thinking. And it's like, if you just give people a judgment-free space and zone to be heard, it's a beautiful, beautiful, divine connection and interaction that you can have, and we should be seeking to have that all of the damn time. So, yeah, on the topic of like divine interaction, when you're talking to somebody and you're having these thoughts in your heads about them, this incessant mind chatter that we have that just kind of spits nonsense judgment about other people all the time, like, notice that and like try to kick that shit to the fucking curb because it doesn't really serve anybody. And actually, not even that, like, take power over it because you have control over your mind. You have power over your thoughts. You are the ones that is like choosing to have those judgments. And yeah, for sure. Sorry. Wow, I'm so fucking popular. Just kidding. It's like probably my mom. Okay, mom, we get you. Just turn that off. Anyway, back to what I was saying. You can control your mind chatter, your judgments. So think flowery thoughts about people when you're face to face with them. Like, I notice a lot of times I'll be out and I'll be talking to some guy that I kind of think's bunk as fuck, and I'm telling myself that, you know, I'm like, this guy's kind of bunk as fuck. Like, he doesn't seem that passionate. Like, he doesn't really seem that fun. And I'm kind of just making all these negative judgments about them. And then they suck. They totally meet my expectations of them because every single person is just a projection of, like, what you think they are in your mind. That's the trick. Like, and understand that, and you will understand that you have the power to manipulate any interaction to be exactly what the fuck you want it to be. If you want to have a lot of laughing going on in your life and you want to be with people that are funny, tell yourself the person you're talking to is super funny, and I guarantee you that you're going to be giggling. Like, it's insane if I tell myself this person's really smart, you know? Or even if they're not showing me those things initially, if I make it my intention and my goal to, like, dig that out of them and demand that I speak to their highest self and demand that I speak to God, like, that's going to be amazing for everyone because they're going to feel good. I'm seeing them in their highest light, and I'm calling to that. And I also get to have a way more interesting interaction, so it's a fucking win-win, baby. I'm all about them W's, what up? Sorry, that was just, like, the worst. Okay, this talk's going really well, and I hate that I just did that, but don't fucking judge me, okay? Yeah, I think that pretty much covered. Oh, one last thing I wanted to talk about. I'm glad I remembered this. I don't want to do, like, a rerun. Yeah, so a lot of times having these deeper conversations, you can run into these, like, moral dilemmas and discrepancies where you might have a pillar perspective that just, like, has shaped your view of the world and something you abide by on your day-to-day. You might be talking to someone that, like, clearly rejects or challenges or has a different opinion to yours on something that I said is, like, it cuts deep to your core. And it's very easy. Like, I'll give an example. If I'm talking to someone and they say something that's, like, very sexist, that lights me the fuck up. Like, I'm obviously so feminist and I'm a woman, right? And a lot of times people will say shit that's just super oppressive and, like, they don't even know because they're so bloody ignorant. And I notice this fire that starts to, like, rise up in me that just craves to, like, defend aggressively. And instead of letting that take over and creating this like tension in a conversation that's super unnecessary, because it's super unnecessary, okay? Because just because someone believes something that's different than you, like, they're not right or wrong. Like, we need to really understand that, like, nothing is wrong. Nothing anybody thinks is wrong. This is an epiphany I had recently that was very profound. Things that we might see as dark or twisted, the reason we think they're dark is because we just don't understand it. You know, someone that might be like a pedophile or someone that likes to murder, like that to me feels very dark. Someone that's oppressive, that's racist. It's like, what the fuck? I don't get it. I don't understand it. But like, it is. It is. It's a part of existence, and we can't deny that. And you can't deny a person in the way that they feel and the way that they think, because that's fucking valid, because that's their reality and that's what they live in. And that's the experiences that they've had and that have shaped them. That's what has written their book of law. And like, who am I to say that that's not a fucking book? It is totally a book. It's not the book I abide by. And I wouldn't recommend abiding by a book that's like full of racist ideologies. But at the same time, like, if somebody else does, I don't need to get super worked up about it and like fight them. What I like to do at this point, I've evolved to the understanding of like, instead of looking at these opportunities as ways to like get really verbally shysty, because I could definitely do that. Instead of looking to cut somebody down, like, I want to better understand. I want to expand my mind and my knowledge and be able to be a more empathetic human being that could connect with all things, because that's fucking powerful. So if someone's expressing something that I just don't understand at all, instead of being like, that's fucking whack, you know, like, you're crazy, because that just shows how, like, misunderstanding I am, ask why. I ask why. I'm like, why do you believe that? Why do you feel that way? What experiences have you had that shaped you, this mentality of yours that, like, I don't agree with? And they don't even need to know that I don't agree with it, you know? Like, I can just be fucking curious, and then I can just let it be, and we can move into a new topic of conversation and find something that we do gig on and agree on, and then I can see myself in them. Because the bottom line is, like, God isn't everyone, and you get to choose if you want to call to God in your interactions, and if you want to call to that person's highest self. And you can be in a divine setting all of the time. Even in the, like, diviest, shittiest bar, in, like, a disgusting frat party, like, if you want to call to the realness in a person, like, I really do believe that everyone has, even if some people you gotta fucking dig so goddamn hard because they seem so shallow, everybody has light and depth and something to offer you. So make it like a fun game to like go search for that. Find that shit. It is, because it's all a fun game, you guys. Like, this reality is for our entertainment. It's for our enjoyment. I don't like conflict. I don't like to fight. I do like to learn. I do like to love. And that's what I do, and that's what I cultivate in my interactions. So pretty much I was going to end this talk anyway right now, so that's like divine timing. I love you guys. I want to keep doing this, so let me know if you guys liked it, if it's being received well. If not, I'm probably going to keep doing it just because it's fun for me to express. But if you guys have anything that you agree with or don't agree with and you want to challenge me, I love that. So maybe just like DM me, I don't know, leave comments on this, because this is on YouTube, so it's my first vlog. I'm a virgin vlogger. Again, I'm rambling, so I guess I'm done. I love you guys, and speak very soon. Have the most bitchin' day ever.